Tennis is a sport that people of all ages can enjoy. I am here to tell you guys about the history of tennis and how it became the popular sport it is today. I have played tennis for 10 years now, and I have grown to not only love playing the sport, but also learning more about how it became so popular and how it has evolved into the sport it is today. This is a tennis racket. Even the rackets have evolved over time. They used to be made of wood and were much smaller. The modern tennis racket is now made of fiberglass, which makes them much lighter and easier to handle. There is a bit of controversy as to when and who first invented tennis. Some people think it was invented around the 12th century and began in France. Others think it dates all the way back to the Roman time period. No matter where it started, tennis has changed so much over the centuries and is much different than the sport we know today. They didn't use rackets back then. Instead, they used their hands, and balls were usually made of leather. A few years later, tennis rackets were invented, and balls started being made of rubber. These changes made the sport even more popular. The unique scoring system was created and has stayed the same ever since the first day they used it. Tennis was first played on a grass court. You may be thinking, how can a ball bounce on grass? Well, this is a special type of grass and is well maintained. It is cut up to 3 times a day. There are many other different surfaces on which tennis can be played on, and these days a clay surface is the most popular. There's also a hard surface, which isn't seen much these days, but there are still some around. The Wimbledon tournament has been going on since 1877 and is one of the 4 professional tournaments. This tournament has always occurred in the same place, London, England. Tennis was not always in the Olympics. It was finally added around 1890, and men were only allowed to play. Women were finally able to join in 1990. Tennis has been a huge part of my life. I started playing when I was 9 years old. I was very dedicated in high school and was even number 3 on my tennis team. I continue to play on the club team here at NDSU. Tennis has helped me grow in so many aspects of my life. I know I would not be the same person I am today if I'd never picked up a racket. This sport has taught me to never give up because you never know what will happen next. In tennis, you need to have a strong mental state. It is very much a sport where you could lose just because you get in your head. This has helped me in my everyday life because I taught myself to be more positive and not get so down if something isn't going the way I want it to. Tennis is so important to me. It introduced me to many amazing people I look up to every day. I know that I will be playing tennis for as long as I can, as tennis is a sport that can be played by people of all ages. In conclusion, tennis has changed in so many ways and has become such a fun and popular sport that people of all ages love to play and watch. Tennis is such an important sport to me and so many other people all around the world. It is a great way to get some exercise and meet some pretty awesome people. Thank you for listening.